Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this channel. Hopefully you're gonna have fun watching this new video of mine. So if that's the case, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And so if you're looking for a beast mode scent, I am here with the most powerful fragrances out of my collection, few of them. Hopefully it's gonna be helpful for you. You're gonna find any inspiration for a new research. And so I would like to excuse myself in advance for the lighting that is going to change through the video, because I had to do all of it into different parts during the day. So hopefully at least the sound's gonna be okay. But if you have any feedback about the video, about the fragrances, everything, I'm gonna be glad to hear from you guys. I am super happy to have all of you here. And so, as I said, hopefully you're gonna enjoy this video and you're gonna find any inspiration for future. Okay, so talking about the first fragrance, it's gonna be something that I find being a mandatory fragrance. Talking about the beast mode, I think it's a holy grail. Talking about super strong fragrances, and it's gonna be something with a huge history. So what I'm talking about is Habanita by Molinard. And just quickly, a few facts about this one. It's been launched in 1921, but at first it wasn't an actual perfume, but it was a scent to cover the tobacco smell in the cigarette packets. And more than that, you're gonna find by browsing internet. I really invite you to do that, because it's a super interesting history. So it has more than 100 years, and quickly I'm gonna share with you my own opinion about one fact. I totally don't understand why till now it's a cheapy one, guys. I don't understand how is that possible that it doesn't cost. To me, it's worth at least like 200 euros for a 50 ml bottle. But anyway, lucky me, lucky you guys, you're gonna find it pretty with the pretty low price, so better this way. Anyway, talking about this one, I'm not gonna share notes, because you have to know that it's a super rich fragrance. It has from nuts, fruits, flowers to woods, patchouli, musk, amber, vanilla, etc, etc, etc. So I'm gonna share with you guys the overall feeling about this one that I have. To me, what it smells like, try to imagine smelling like literally a baby powder. But the baby is not human, and it's not a good person. I don't know how to explain better myself, because it's a hard fragrance to explain. So it is literally a baby powder, but at some point it's so heavy and it's so strong that these two are kind of like almost opposites. So the baby is like almost an evil baby, let's say. Super strong, difficult fragrance, not for everybody, totally not a blind buy. But anyway, today we are talking about beast mode, so nothing here it's gonna be a safe blind buy. But this one in particular, it's not a safe blind buy. But as soon as you have any occasion on trying this one, I invite you to try it, because if you are fragrances lover, if you're looking for different outstanding fragrances, to me it's a kind of a mandatory fragrance to know. And yes, more than that, I'm gonna tell you guys, you can definitely perceive the retro feeling out of it. It has more than 100 years, but to me actually it's an, I don't know, edgy underground feeling fragrance. So till now I still find a proper outfit, proper circumstances to enjoy this one, and I am really glad to have it in my collection. And so that was Habanita. Okay, so right now I'm gonna have something that probably is gonna turn on your imagination, because the first comment I have about this one, it's gonna be, it's not even a Bose scent, because it's totally inappropriate in a formal environment, I would say, at least to me. But it's a scent of a boss of a jungle, let's say, so super animalic scent. I would say it's a scent of a Tarzan, probably. And the fragrance I'm talking about, it's Africa Oliphant by Nishane. Or you can see the reflection of my phone. Yes, I'm doing all of that with my cell phone, so hi. And yeah, mainly what it is, it's super heavy, super animalic, naturalistic smelling scent. What you will find in here, I would say it's not listed as a base note, but as a base, I would say you will find oud, and in the opening it's supposed to be a myrrh, but I can perceive it through the dry down also, so it's this base of myrrh and oud, and except those two, what I can perceive is also only civet, musk, and all those animalic notes. So it's super, not even musky, but really, really animalic. But I have to admit, it's quite difficult for me to find a proper occasion to put this one on myself, a proper outfit, etc. I feel so small, tiny, etc. But anyway, I find a proper occasion, even though it doesn't happen often. But I own this one in my collection because I couldn't miss this one, because of the fact that I love to wear it on my wrist into my house time. I don't know why, but probably because it brings me back to many, many, many memories. So what it smells like to me, what it has some synthetic and quite plasticky vibe, but it's not a complaint actually. It's a super pleasant plasticky and synthetic vibe, but you can perceive totally that it's not about the quality of the scent, but the blend of those strange notes that gives you this kind of strange feeling. And what it reminds me of, it's, I want to explain myself clearly, but I don't know how to translate it in English. But when I was a child, when I was a little girl in 90s, there's been like those machines where you could put coins and you could get a jumping ball, like a rubber ball that was jumping, super jumpy one. And the smell of this ball, the plasticky one, the rubber ball one, it smells exactly like this ball to me. So it gives me back many, many, many memories. And somehow, even though it's a Bismo, it's a super dangerous fragrance, I would say, totally not a blind buy worthy. Anyway, it gives me back many, many memories. To me, it's gonna sound strange, but it's a funny one. I am really glad to have this in my collection, and it's a huge curiosity in my collection. So as soon as someone is coming home and trying the fragrances, this one is always like, wow, this is a strange one. So yeah, that was Africa Oliphant by Nishane. Okay, so right now I'm gonna have something super feminine for you, super sophisticated, quite classy, but not old school smelling, but it's still gonna be out of Nishane brand. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Tuberosa, so tuberose. And to me, it's been a quite surprising fragrance, me myself, because I'm not the biggest floral fragrances lover, and into florals I'm not the biggest I'm not the biggest lover of tuberosa. But anyway, somehow, I don't know why, etc., it's been an addiction for me, guys. Even though I find this fragrance being high heels and red lipstick fragrance, let's say, Somehow in only 2 years I went through the whole bottle, even though I don't have many occasions on putting on the high heels and red lipstick, let's say. But anyway, I don't want to talk a lot about notes, because in that case still you're gonna have many notes, like different white florals, etc. But to me, what it smells like mainly, it's a beautiful, quite not fresh but airy tuberose, with some background of a mix of white florals and some, I said it's not fresh, but something green into it. And I think it's a vetiver that it's listed as a base note. So yep, as I said, it's been surprising. Totally not a blind buy. I don't recommend this one as a blind buy, but you have to try this one. You're gonna be surprised by it, by how it works with the ground around, because once you spray it, probably you're gonna be able to appreciate how beautiful this fragrance is. But the full, let's say, view of the fragrance you're gonna have once wearing it globally through the people. It's such a heart-turning and compliment-getting fragrance that you can't imagine. Like, right now we have a trend of super gourmands, and everybody's gonna compliment your fragrance because it's such a sweet, pleasing fragrance. Not many florals, but with this one, guys, and especially the masculine side, like that, it happens to me that some guys were stopping me by the street asking what's the fragrance I'm wearing, because they're in love and they would like to buy it as a gift for their girlfriend, or I don't know, the one, you know. So yeah, I find it being quite magical one. So as soon as you have an opportunity, worth it to try, definitely. Okay guys, so right now probably the lighting and everything is changing like the third time, probably because I am doing it all of that like during the day, you know, in parts. I am really sorry, but anyway, we're gonna have it this way. We're gonna go through it. And so right now I have something really unique and special for you. And if you're looking for a real beast mode, like talking about all its aspects, longevity, projection, and the vibe of notes also, I have for you Tony Iommi Monkey Special by Xerjoff. And guys, this is a real beast mode. Right now in here I am showing it actually as a curiosity for those looking for something really outstanding. But it's not any recommendation. I'm not gonna be able to describe this one actually. You have to know that the first thing I have to tell about this one, I think that's the fragrance that is for the people, like really self-confident people. It's not a confidence booster. Actually, it's totally opposite. You have to be really self-confident to put it on yourself and feel comfortable. The second comment I will have about this one, I find it being actually a piece out of let's say artistic perfumery, not actually a, let's say, simple niche brand. This is a super particular fragrance. It's gonna be quite difficult to describe this one, but trust me, this is probably one of the heaviest fragrances I own in my collection. And I'm not gonna talk too much about notes, but the general feeling I have about this one, and it's not gonna be like enough talking about this fragrance, but as I said, it's quite difficult. So the first thoughts about this one I have is the feeling of earthiness. So it's quite earthy, pretty, but also pretty balsamic. quite floral, but mainly what I perceive in here is rose. You will find many notes, also the fruits in the opening, through the opening notes, but I have to admit I am not able to perceive them at all. But depending on the moment of the dry down, generally what I perceive is the silica of earthiness, but quite smooth but dark, kind of smoky, even though there's no incense in here apparently, and also woody, but it's not this woodiness that we usually perceive as something quite comforting. And talking about this fragrance with my fiance, that he is not into fragrances at all, he actually gave me a really good idea on how it smells, because he said, how it smells like? It smells like those wooden barrel where the whiskey mature. And actually there is rum in here, so still something alcoholic. But I totally agree, there is this kind of woodiness, but quite alcoholic woodiness. It's not a fresh wood or simply dried wood. It's something, there's something done to this wood that you can perceive. So as you see, it's not that easy to describe this one, but for sure, like 100% what it is. It's a super heavy, quite unique fragrance, not even for a special occasion, but for the occasions that only super self-confident person will find. And so it was kind of curiosity about this one. Let's say if you're really looking for a Bismol, try this one. Totally not a blind buy worthy. As a maximum, you can buy a sample of it and try it more than once. But yeah, as soon as you can, just try this one and let me know what you think about it. The next one I'm gonna have as an excuse to have a little chit chat, to share with you guys a little story. The first one, the story, it's gonna be about the perfume itself, the scent itself. I'm gonna talk about the fragrance that on the internet is mainly described as a literal sex in the bottle, super animalic, super sexy scent. But to me, it smells like a totally opposite vibe. It has something comforting to it. It's quite, yeah, let's say comforting. Then we're gonna describe it a little bit better. And so let's say I personally don't agree with those opinions, but it doesn't mean that they are not right. But it's all about the beauty of fragrances, our perception, etc., on where we live, which are our experiences, etc., etc., etc. So talking about fragrances is kind of crazy, but anyway, I love it. And so here you're gonna have a comparison. If you know the fragrance I'm talking about, you're gonna have any comparison about my taste. Maybe you can confront that with, I don't know, with general opinions. You can agree or disagree, share with me your opinion. But where my personal opinion on this fragrance comes from is the fact that it smells exactly like the people, Italian people I met the first time in, like, when I was 10, maybe less, probably less, when I came first time to visit Italy for my holiday. And I remember I am Polish, so the Eastern Europe, let's say. So fragrances vibe is totally different. So you have those memories like quite into your mind, like those differences. And I remember the people smelling like that, like those more than 20 years ago. And we are talking about the core Italian style, I don't know, the businessmen with tons of gel, rich people, etc. To me, this is the memory of fragrances that I could smell at the time. And this fragrance gives me back those memories. And the fragrance I'm talking about, it's Alexandria 3 by Xerjoff. So quickly about Alexandria 2, I tried this one a few times, always concluding it's quite of old school smelling fragrance, which I actually like. But anyway, at the end, once I was having shopping by Xerjoff, I took this one just to have any comparison, and right now I know this one much better than Alexandria 2, so I'm not gonna compare them. But anyway, Alexandria 3 smells to me still quite old school, and to me it's a comforting scent actually. Still beast mode, still a heavy fragrance, but what it smells like, it has let's say main notes that you can perceive. It's oud and rose, so something really in trend, but it's converted into an old school smelling scent, I would say. Quite elegant, really something that you can't smell around, I would say. But still, it's nothing sexy to me. It's still, let's say, elegant and comforting, throwing back to my memories. I would say it has also quite a strong soapy vibe, probably thanks to the lavender or lavender cedar. It has also sandalwood, which makes it really, really smooth. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be everything about this fragrance, but the story is this one, that you see those fragrances, how we perceive fragrances, etc., opinions. There's no good or bad opinion. It happens to me that obviously I browse a lot internet, through YouTube, Fragrantica, etc., and I can't stand the people like criticism to the others' opinions about fragrances, because someone perceives something completely different to some other people, etc. But it's always about, you see, the personal experience and your nose. So yeah, quite, let's say, nice story. And so that was Alexandria 3. So right now we are gonna talk about, let's say, the whole category. If you're looking for a real beast mode, you can't forget about old fragrances. So we are gonna talk about 80s, 90s, a few out of 2000. And as an example, I will have here with me Alien by Mugler, guys. And why I am talking about this fragrance in particular, even though I am much more into Angel, I am an Angel girl, but anyway, I own Alien. It's an iconic fragrance. I am talking about this one in particular because I think that this year is, this time, at least where I live, here in Switzerland, in Zurich, I can't perceive it anymore that much around as still 2 or 3 years ago. So probably it's a good time to have this one as a reminder, because I know it's been such an iconic fragrance that at some point you could perceive it around like every day, in every place, etc. So at some point many people, let's say, hated it because it's been nothing quite unique anymore. But right now, after some time that had passed, let's say, I think that's quite a good idea to refresh a memory of this one in particular. But yeah, in general, we are talking about old fragrances. Obviously, many of them, they've been reformulated. They are not the exact same juices as in 80s, 90s, etc. But anyway, the let's say formula and the idea behind, so how strong they are, which are main notes, etc. It's gonna be always something heavier than what we can in general find through the designer fragrances, at least. So I think it's a good idea to browse a little bit through those, because many of them are actually an inspiration for many niche brands. I find them being a huge inspiration, and right now they don't cost that much as the other designer fragrances. So if you're looking for something really heavy, really particular, take your time and browse a little bit around. So yeah, I took this one as a reminder. I'm not gonna talk about the notes like a lot. You know, probably many of you, if you're not, it's mainly a floral ambery fragrance. It has jasmine, so if you like the jasmine note, it's quite an addicting fragrance, even though I'm much more into Angel, which is more gourmand, let's say. But this one, it's definitely a big smoke, even though all those reformulations, etc., still worthy. And yep, hopefully it's been a good reminder for you guys. I gave you some ideas for a new let's say for hunting, and let me know which are your favorite beast modes. Do you have any concern in putting them on? Many people are struggling because of fragrances being too much, too strong, etc. Do you enjoy strong fragrances? Are you afraid of wearing them, etc.? Share with me all your thoughts and see you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.